Welcome to another edition of Rants, where I come on and go off about, well, whatever's honking me off today. So this is going to be a non-sports related rant today because I want to talk about something that was a big passion of mine back when I was in high school and college, and that is comic books. I remember back in the day, every Friday or Saturday, I'd head off to one of the local comic book stores in Hamilton Township, New Jersey, get all the latest issues. And, well, despite the shirt I'm wearing here, I was more a Marvel guy than a DC guy. So I'd be snagging issues, Spider-Man, Captain America, Thor, Fantastic Four, The Avengers. In fact, I was an Avengers fan before being an Avengers fan was cool. And back then, all those books, they had pretty good stories. They had good character development. They had really good artwork. Now we fast forward to present day, and it seems comics have none of that. A lot of the artwork that I've seen over the last couple of years in comic books, it's just looked really amateurish, and that's putting it kindly. Story-wise, character-wise, the focus is more on wokeness and diversity than good storytelling, than developing good characters. I mean, heck, over the last year or so, it seems like the only big announcements we get from Marvel Comics or DC Comics is that one of their long-established characters is now gay or bi. And the only reason they do that is to try to pander to the woke crowd. Well, that and the other reason is, like a lot of mainstream entertainment, they're just creatively bankrupt and they can't come up with anything original on their own. But there does appear to be one man who's trying to make comics great again, and that is the YouTuber Eric July, who goes by the handle YoungRippa59. And he talks about comics and comic book movies and shows on his YouTube show. And this week, he came out with his own comic book line, The Rippaverse. Now, Eric July is a black man, and the main character in the line's first book, I believe it's pronounced Esam, so that's Esam number 1. Well, that character is also black. So you'd think that this would be cause for the woke mob to celebrate. The people who constantly say, we need more diverse voices in entertainment. We need more black voices in entertainment. Well, if you thought that, you'd be wrong. Instead, the woke crowd has verbally carpet bombed Young Rippa. And I can't even read or show most of the tweets they've posted because they've called Young Rippa some of the most vile names you can think of, and that includes the N-word. Why did they do this? Well, it's because Young Rippa, Eric July, doesn't think the way the woke mob believes all black people, in fact, all non-white people, should think. Eric July identifies himself as a libertarian. He has criticized identity politics in entertainment for years. And all he wants is what many of us fans have been clamoring for years. Good stories, good characters, no heavy-handed political messaging. So instead of just complaining about it, what Eric July did was he started his own comic book line, and for the woke putzes out there, well, they just can't have that. It's either fill your comics and shows and movies with identity politics, or we will destroy you. In fact, wait till you hear this. This is how ridiculous this has gotten. Reddit has actually banned any mention of the Rippaverse on its comics subreddit. In fact, they went as far as banning one subscriber because he posted something about the Rippaverse. They permanently banned this person, and the explanation they gave him was, you broke rule number 1 as pertaining to supporting comics from hate groups. What do they mean by that? Well, it looks like they mean the YouTube channel Geeks and Gamers, which July does appear on, and that's a channel that rails against wokeness and entertainment. So because they have a different opinion, people like Eric July, people like Geeks and Gamers, they're called hate mongers. They're called hate groups. And to me, this really shows what the woke pop culture mob is all about. They champion diversity all day and all week, but you know what? They don't really mean it. Diversity to them means that women, non-white people, LGBTQ people think the way they do. And anyone who doesn't meet that criteria to them is pond scum. I mean, how pathetic, how ridiculous, how childish, juvenile, and stupid is that? But what Eric July is doing is a great example of what a lot of people have been calling the alternative economy. And that's people making their own media, their own entertainment outside of the mainstream. Instead of relying on Marvel or DC or Disney to step up their game, to kind of wait for them to see the light. You know, what those companies do, instead of trying to compete with a lot of these newcomers, they and their supporters try to silence them. They insult the people and the fans who support these new alternative entertainment companies, these new alternative entertainment outlets. And I think one of the reasons why they do that is because they know they have zero creativity. All they have is their woke message to put in their comics and their shows and their movies, and they know that won't be enough to save their floundering entertainment. But despite all the online insults, despite all the bans, young Ripa is killing it. Wait till you hear this. After the announcement of the Rippaverse earlier this week, he has raised $1.6 million to cover the costs of printing and shipping and storage and paying the artists. And Rippa actually got himself a couple of artists who I think used to work at Marvel and DC to do the artwork and the coloring for his first comic, Isam #1. I'll tell you, from the art samples I've seen so far, it looks really, really good. And Isam #1, that graphic novel, is expected to begin shipping next month. And yes, yours truly has already ordered his copy of Isam #1. And I have a feeling this is just the start of things. I think over the next few years, you're going to see more and more independent creators rise and defy wokeness, and they will make entertainment great again. Well, folks, that's my rant for today. Be sure to like, share, follow, and subscribe across all of KYCA's social media. That's Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, Instagram. Check us out on KYCA.info. We're revamping our website. When we get it all finished and up and running, it is going to be great. Be sure to smash that like button and leave a comment for this video. We'd love to hear from you, hear what you have to say about this. Till next time, I'm John Rust. I will see you soon.